Hello. You are going to, in this unit, need to be able to make some graphs and show me those graphs. And so I'm going to show you how to make a graph in Desmos. If you simply Google Desmos, what I have right here, then this screen is going to come up. And you can either click on Desmos right here, or you can click on Graphing Calculator. Either one works to get you to where you're going to be able to graph. I'm going to click on Desmos. And when you click on Desmos, you get a screen that looks like that. But if you go into Math Tools, then you will find the graphing calculator. And once you click on Graphing Calculator, this allows you to make a graph. And the first thing you want to do is go up to the upper left-hand corner where it says Untitled Graph. And oops, I need to log in. If you need to log in, please use your school address. And so I think I can just log in with Google. And so here I am. I've logged in with Google now. It says Pete. And so I'm going to go over here. And the first thing you should do is title your graph. And so I'm going to name this graph Mr. Langer's Bike Ride. And I'm going to save that. Okay. And now I'm going to make a graph. To make a graph, I'm going to go over here to the left and I'm going to type plus here. And I'm going to go into where it says table. This will allow me to make a T-chart for my graph, okay? And so if I'm going to be making a graph of my bike ride, I'm going to be thinking about time and how far I go, okay? And so I'm going to say that I am going about 7 meters every second. And so right here, I'm going to write 7. Oops, that's time. So at 0 time, I'm going to be at 0 location. I'm not started yet. But then at 1 second, I am going to be at 7 meters. And at 2 seconds, I'm going to be at 14 meters. And at 3 seconds, I'm going to be at 21 meters. At 4 seconds, I'm going to be at 28 meters. And at 5 seconds, I'm going to be at 35 meters, okay? Now notice that all my y intervals, all my distances, they're the same increase each time. 7, 14, 21, 28. I'm adding 7 each time. So that's what my graph is going to show. Now, you can't actually see the dots over here on that screen, and that's because I haven't put my screen to the right spot yet. So you need to adjust your screen. And so you go into here where it says graph settings. That's where the little wrench is in the upper right-hand corner. And once you've gone into graph settings, you need to label your axes. My x-axis is time. And that's going to be in seconds. And my y-axis is going to be location or position. You could say distance if you wanted. And that's going to be in meters. Okay, so now I put my units on there, and then you need to change these numbers so that we can see everything. I know that on my y-axis, my numbers have to go to 35, okay? And there are no negative numbers. So I'm going to write that my y-axis, or my I'm going to go into the y-axis. And I'm going to say that my y-axis starts at -2. That just gives me a little edge on the paper. And my y-axis goes to at least 35, so I'm going to write 40. All right, so I'm going to write 40 on this graph. And now that my y-axis has all the numbers on it, I can see all my dots. I need to do the same with time. There's no negative time, so I'm just going to write -2, just so it gives me a little border over here. And then I know my time went up to 7 seconds, and so I'm going to put in 8 seconds just so there's a little edge. And I'm going to stop there now so that we can see the graph.